In 2021, I had the most dramatic transformation of my entire life. I gained 32 pounds of pure muscle using a main gaining protocol in a matter of only about 4 to 5 months. I actually documented this entire process, and you can ask my buddy Chris if you really want to know. And I did all of this without a single supplement or a little bit of extra, if you know what I'm speaking about. So without further ado, guys, I'm just going to break down exactly what I did to put on 32 pounds of muscle in 4 months without bulking. Let's go. Now the lockdowns and the quarantines were tough for everybody. In the country that I was locked in, I was stuck there for almost a year without any gym access. And now, up until this point in 2020, I actually had a very respectable physique. I was about 6'5", 190 pounds. I was pretty shredded. And I had this for most of my adult life. Like, I have always been pretty jacked. And then the year of the quarantine, man, no access to gyms. And I even went vegan that year just to test out the physical and spiritual benefits. And so at the end of 2020, I pretty much finished off at around 170 pounds. Very skinny, very lanky. I did not look healthy. This was the weakest, this was the smallest I have ever been in my entire life. And then around the middle of 2021, I actually got access to the gym again, and I finally quit veganism. So in the matter of these 4 to 5 months, I went from 170 to 202, meaning I added an extra 12 pounds of muscle than my previous prime physique that I had before. So the exact workout split I did was I did push-pull legs 6 times a week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, push-pull legs, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, push-pull legs, with the primary focus on the heavy key lifts. So for example, on the push days, I would really focus on the shoulder press, the standing overhead press, and then the bench press. I got very strong with those. And then on my pull days, I got very strong with the weighted chin-ups, working up to about 120 pound weighted chin-ups. And then I got very strong with the barbell back squat as well. So overall, I was hitting on my key lifts, and after this, I would just pump up the muscles, but the key to muscle growth of any kind, guys, if you're watching this, stop focusing on the pump. Stop trying to get as juicy as possible in the gym. Focus on getting very heavy with reverse pyramid training for those key lifts, and then pump up the muscles after that. So this is what's known as myofibral muscle hypertrophy. That's going to be focusing on the strength of these key lifts. That's actually going to be the fibers of the muscles themselves. And then the fluid, which goes away after like a week, by the way, guys, that's what you get from the pump. That's what you get from like the barbell curls, the tricep extensions, stuff like that. And now I've said this time and time again, man. There are so many people, they follow this protocol. They can hit maintenance, they can do everything. But the primary factor to actually building a physique, this is from my personal experience, is how you work out. The type of intensity that you actually use. So you can ask any of my friends, man, or anybody I've ever worked out with. I work out like I'm literally mentally insane. Like I work out like a psychopath. So whenever I was back in the gym, skinny, lanky, 170 pounds, all these groups of men, little men, they would always literally laugh at me because they would see me pushing myself. Just the skinny little guy trying to bench press 25 kilo dumbbells. Like I was struggling, but they saw me like I was just lifting as hard as I could. Everyone at the gym was making fun of me. 4 or 5 months later, I was bigger, taller, stronger than every single one of those motherfuckers. So I literally worked out like a complete crackhead. So I think this is kind of one of the secrets to really getting to the next level. So every single day, I would listen to the most intense music possible. I was going up off of like 2 previous heartbreaks because I fall in love a lot. So like I had a lot on my mind, man. Like there was so much intensity that I was just putting into the weights. That's kind of what you want to do. You want to focus all of your negative energy into the weights, and you have to know, if you're not getting stronger, you're completely wasting this entire workout. That's what I will repeat to my head over and over and over again. I'm like, okay, if I do not PR this bench press, I'm wasting my time. I should not even be in the gym right now because I'm not gaining any muscle and I'm not progressing. So you have to make sure that you're working out as intensely as possible. Now, like I said, I used a main gaining protocol, meaning I ate maintenance calories of my new weight. So the 200 pounds, I was eating maintenance for that. So when I was the 170, it may have been a very minor surplus of like 100, 200 a day, but the weight caught up with me so quickly, I was at maintenance in no time. Now, there is some idiot on the internet, I think his name's Hamza or something. He's he's saying that you should never main gain. You should never be at maintenance calories. First of all, this guy is not certified. He's never worked with a single one-on-one client ever in his entire life, so don't take this fitness advice. The other guy, Greg Doucette, who he was beefing with, he has some very good logical information about this. So obviously my transformation kind of speaks for itself. I mean, I gained 32 pounds of muscle in 4 or 5 months just doing main gaining and no supplements. Main gaining is very powerful, man, so you pretty much just hit those macros, focus on gaining strength, and as long as you start off lean, because I started this off, man, I was single digits to begin with. If you start off fat trying to main gain, it's not gonna work for you, bro. So you have to start off shredded before anything. Like if you're ever trying to build muscle, always get very, very lean and shredded to begin with. Now, each and every day you wanna know about the food, I eat the exact same food 6-7 days a week. Honestly, man, I think having to think about food and getting all emotional about what you're going to eat for the day is kind of a feminine trait. I think like you should just kind of be repetitive with the food that you eat. Like you have a couple staples that you go to. For example, every day I would eat a breakfast burrito at a cafe. I would have one iced long black. I would have one latte. And then after that for lunch, I would typically have chicken breast, 2 chicken Caesar salads. There's an old vlog of this actually on my channel if you want to find it. And then I typically have about 2 or 3 packages of smoked salmon. Then I'd have quite a bit of fruit like dragon fruit, mangoes, dark chocolate, and that was pretty much all I would eat for the entire day, every single day. So totaled out to about 3,000 calories, tons of protein, like 200 grams of protein. And this is what I did, man, for that entire period. And then I just focused on getting as strong as possible. Now I'm gonna discuss something else. So obviously these results, it's kind of like something you would experience on steroids. I mean, even gaining 12 pounds of muscle, which take away all the recomp muscle, that's the additional muscle I put on. The 12 pounds, that's still sus in itself after years of lifting in 4 or 5 months. So I think I would like to credit one thing I did to semen retention. Now this is not scientifically backed. There are no studies on this, but some people say that it can boost your testosterone like crazy. And Jesse James West, he actually documented his semen retention 30-day journey.
On day 1, your total testosterone was 476.
Okay.
On day 1, your free testosterone was 40.7. On day 30, your total testosterone is 573. And your free testosterone is 56.8.
And his testosterone spiked by about 100 points. So it's my personal belief. I think that I spiked my testosterone, my HGH, my hormones so much by doing retention. It made all this muscle building process so much easier. So that's why the muscle was just packing on like crazy. So you can say semen retention, it's delusional, it's in your head, but hey man, Jesse James West literally documented 30 days, his testosterone went up by 100 points. There's some studies that show that semen retention after 7 days, your testosterone spikes by 145%. And so if it can make that big of a difference, I can definitely see how you can pack on lots of muscle just by retaining. Now, in addition to this, every single day I would sleep for 9 hours a night, and then I would also get sunshine almost every single day, 30 minutes to an hour, and I would walk on the beach for about 30 minutes as well. So overall, my protocols was very healthy. I was working out intensely, no insane bulks, nothing, man. I was just very healthy, and like I said, man, it's just all about progressing and working out very intensely and getting very strong while hitting all of your macros. That's it for the video, guys. If anyone needs help making a transformation like this, hit the link in the description box for a free one-on-one consultation with me. Also, guys, link in the description box or kalosique.com for my personal supplements, and a link in the description box for all of my links to Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all of it. And if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe to push this video out into that YouTube algorithm. That's it. I'm gone. I love you guys.